remember Bonnie? He's the guy that looked like a Monopoly piece. I was walking in the yard in my neighborhood because I wanted to say hello to my neighbors. I was worried that we had inconvenienced them when they put out the word that George and Laura were moving where they lived. A lot of people went to look at the house. So Bonnie and I were walking, and it dawned on me that I had not walked in the neighborhood in 8 years. Isn't that interesting? It's not all that hard. You take one step, and then you take another step. Bonnie had never walked in a neighborhood. He was raised in the White House. He only knew the South Lawn of the White House. He only knew Crawford, Texas. And he only knew Camp David. And there I was, the former President of the United States, watching my little guy get into my neighbor's yard. I had a plastic bag on my hand. I was picking up that which I had been dodging for 8 years. Shortly thereafter, I don't know if you all know Hallisville, but they got Elliot's Hardware. Elliot just put an advertisement in the Dallas 20 Minutes that said, "Welcome home, President Bush. We're looking for a greeter." So I said, "Okay, I'll go to Elliot's." And I walked in and I said, "I hear you're looking for a greeter." And they kind of laughed, and the fellow walks up and said, "Has anybody ever told you you look like George W. Bush?" I said, "You know, it happens all the time." Guy steps a couple of steps away, turns around and says, "God sure must make you mad." Hey, he was just kidding. Oftentimes I'm asked by my friends, what was it like to be president of the greatest nation ever? Is the decision-making experience. First time I had to learn how intense the decision-making was right before I got sworn into president the first time around. And we were at the Blair House. That's the guest house right across the street from the White House. And a fellow calls up and says, "President-elect Bush, what color rug do you want in the Oval Office?" I said, "Man, this is going to be a decision-making experience." I was used to making decisions as governor of Texas, but I was now being asked to design a rug. One of the first lessons of decision-making as president or in life is to understand your limitations and not be afraid to ask people for advice. If you're a young person and you need a little help on math, don't be afraid to ask mom or dad or a teacher or a friend to help you with advice. There's nothing wrong with asking for advice. One of the key lessons of being a leader is you've got to have people around you whose judgment you trust. And you've got to be willing to delegate. In other words, you've got to be able to say, "I need help. I delegate to you your knowledge to help me with the rub." So guess who I turn to? My wife, who is a fabulous First Lady of the United States. I'm a lucky guy. I have made a lot of decisions in my life. The best was I asked Laura Bush to marry me. I'm not so sure if the best of her decision was to say yes to her. So I said, "Babe, I need help." The guy asked me to design a rug. I don't know anything about a rug. You can help me. She said, "I will." But a leader must know where they want to lead. And I said, on the rug, all I ask is that when someone comes in the Oval Office, it'll convey a message of optimism. You pick out the colors, but the message has got to be optimistic guy comes to work here on a daily basis. The reason why I believe that is I don't see how you can lead a family, a school, a city, a state, or a country unless you're optimistic that the future is going to be better. And I want you to know, even in the darkest days of my presidency, I was optimistic that tomorrow will be better for our fellow citizens in the world. So if you were to walk into the Oval Office, you would see a rug that looked like the sun. Let the light shine in. And to just, it changed the whole demeanor of what the Oval Office would have looked like. It was bright, open, and optimistic. Now, I used to love to invite the people I grew up with in West Texas to see the Shrine of Democracy. There was nothing more fun for me than to have a guy I play Little League baseball with and welcome them to this place. They come in and you hear them say, "Gosh, I just cannot believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm in the Oval Office, President of the United States." And then they look at the guy they grew up with, and you can just see them saying to themselves, "I can't believe he's here."